been sat here for about half an hour just wondering how the fuck I'm gonna talk about this particular video. So we're gonna talk about a video today that I haven't thought about watching in months, since old number 7. So for 2 months I've been thinking, should I cover this? Should I not cover this? Yesterday I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and cover this thing. So here we are. So I'm just going to give you a bit of background about this particular video, and I'm not going into too much detail about what happens in the video. The video's 20 minutes long and it's just the horrific torture of a dog. It's worse than old number 7 and it's worse than Drill Dog. So this particular video actually made its rounds on the dark web in certain forums in which there are people who access it, over 10,000 people who access these forums, and the forums are basically for people who, shall we say, get off on the torture and pain of animals. So the video was first posted to these forums in 2012, and in the last couple of years has made its way to the clear web, so people can find it, people can watch it, unfortunately. And if my facts are correct, I believe it was the same, or one of the same guys who was responsible for the old number 7 video. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I watched the whole thing, because I didn't. I skipped through it and it was difficult even doing that. Now, the first major thing that I noticed about this was that the guys who made it, or the guy who made this video, actually watermarked his company name and his email onto the video. And let's just keep in mind for a second here, it's now 2021, we're heading into 2022. This post was made in those forums almost 10 years ago, so who knows what they've been up to since that video. I think one of the things that bothers me about just the watermark alone with the email is the fact that them knowing that they could post this to those forums means that they were marketing, and that they were actually expecting people to email them in the hopes that somebody would, I don't know, purchase more of their content or ask for more content to do with animals. So we're going to get into a few grisly details now. Just a fair warning, guys, some of the stuff I'm about to explain is very graphic. I mean, I'm not going into the whole thing, I'm just going to explain what went on in this video, and basically give my views on it. Now, I do admit that there may be some things that I miss, but I don't imagine anybody's going to comment about that. You know, oh, I'm an expert on this video and you missed this. I don't think that's going to happen, so any details I give are true to the video, and it's just what I've seen while going through it and skipping through it. And yeah, I don't know, you'd have to be pretty fucking sick to comment and be like, oh yeah, this didn't happen, because I'm not expecting anybody to watch this closely. That's a little bit fucking weird, just saying. So, like old number 7, the video basically depicts a black dog. I believe it's a black Labrador, maybe, it might not be. The video was very grainy and a lot of it was black and white, and the dog has, again, duct tape around its snout. Like the title, the video is set in a dark forest. Now, as well as the video being named Dark Forest, it's also called YLYM, which I have absolutely no idea what it means. It could mean anything, and I don't even know if I want to know what that abbreviation means. So the video basically starts off with this guy, and he's got a pair of pliers, and he starts breaking each of the dog's paws with these pliers so it can't walk, and he then proceeds to get a staple gun out, and he basically staples the dog's eyes closed and also staples its ears to its head. And then for just like a straight 10 minutes he just proceeds to completely destroy the dog's back end, putting objects in and out of its anus and its vagina. And that's basically the whole situation for 10 minutes of time. It's just that for 10 minutes. It's pretty horrifying, and like I said, I didn't sit through it for 10 minutes. I simply refused to sit through that for 10 minutes. And all the while, the dog's obviously screaming and whining because it's so painful. And yeah, once he's done with this dog, the dog's just kind of lying there on the muddy ground, just almost dead. It's just got no fight in it and no energy whatsoever to fight against this horrible, I don't even want to call him a human being, because anybody who does this kind of stuff to animals isn't a human being. It's just a complete monster. And I mean, there's probably a whole lot of other things in them 10 minutes that I've missed, but because it was all just the same stuff for 10 minutes of agony, I just thought, well, I can't watch all of that, and I can't go into detail on that. I just can't. And then just to top off this complete and utter shambles of a video, there's sort of like this wooden pike sticking out of the ground, and you probably already know what I'm going to say. He picks up the almost lifeless dog and he starts, well, what's the best way to say it? He starts dropping it up and down on this pike. Eventually the pike goes through the dog's through the dog's whole body and impales it. You know, like, I'm not trying to make a joke, but you know, like Vlad the Impaler. I'm sure you've seen some pictures from history books and whatnot of what Vlad the Impaler did to his victims. And this is basically a proper medieval shit. Horrible. And then the final minute or so, it sort of cuts to the daytime, and he's basically beheaded the dog. It's now off the pike, he's beheaded it, and the lifeless body is just against a log, sitting down like a human being. And that's all I really want to say about that. Or, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Or want to say about that. I won't be going into any further detail on it whatsoever. I'm not interested in the facts regarding it. It's just an absolutely horrific video that's taken me about 2 months to actually gather up the courage to watch. And yeah, please don't go look it up. It's vile, it's grim, and it'll make you lose your faith in humanity for a long time. And that's all, guys. Like, subscribe, maybe click that little bell next to the subscribe button, because this was difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it was a difficult one, and it's even harder to sit here now and recount the things that I saw about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, hug your dogs, and I will see you in the next video.